Not only are the Tucson and CX-5 two of the best compact SUVs money can buy, but they also represent their brand's best sellers. So when it came time for all new models, Hyundai and Mazda pulled out all the stops to make sure their products remain on the top of their game. But which one is best for you? So by the end of this video, I'll make sure that you have your answer. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. Starting with the CX-5, well, it's a Mazda, and no one is better at making something that's sporty, aggressive, yet elegant at the same time. This new CX-5's platform makes for completely different proportions than the Tucson. The front end mixes Mazda's current shield grille with slimmer headlights. It's just more attractive to look at. From the side, a lower hood and short front overhang in addition to an extra 4 inches in overall length give it a more imposing stance, while the wheelbase's 5-inch growth adds more space inside, which we will talk about later. The wheel arches are now gloss black instead of the old models being body-colored. Out back, and this is my favorite angle, the taillights are the biggest departure from the current Mazda styling. Instead of the usual circular theme, the lighting elements are slim and stretched toward the middle, where the brand's name is actually spelled out this time. The bumper is painted in gloss black with 2 real exhausts, rounding out a really handsome design. As for Hyundai, well, just like Mazda, but not really, well, it's a Hyundai, so the design is as busy as it gets. The grille and headlights are where the bulk of the changes happen. The hidden LED headlights are now reshaped and sit within the surrounding grille. The grille itself, on the other hand, is even bolder by making its shapes even larger, which leads to the amount of daytime running lights going down from 10 to 8. From the side, the design is far more busier than the CX-5's, with a silhouette that makes it seem smaller when they both actually have very similar dimensions. The wheel designs have also been introduced, which look even better than the previous ones. Out back, fewer updates were made. The same imposing taillights with the massive LED bar connecting them remain unchanged, though the lower bumper now features a slimmer middle section where the inline trim houses a much sharper looking diffuser. At least personally, the Tucson is just too busy, though a lot of people still find it attractive, but if I had to choose, I'd pick the CX-5 any day of the week. Jumping inside, the new CX-5's cabin is completely new, but it's a mixed bag. Now, while the overall design is pretty attractive, usability has taken a hit, especially compared to the new Tucson. Leatherette is standard with real leather available on the Premium and Premium Plus trims. The low-wide dash has nice main panels that are upholstered and stitched. There are a few signs that Mazda tried to save money, however, in certain places, such as the center console being covered in plain black plastic, along with the upper door trim. Another negative change is the lack of climate controls, which now live on the center screen. Speaking of screens, another big change is infotainment. It comes standard with a big 12.3-inch touchscreen, while the Premium Plus trim comes with a massive 15.6-inch unit. Both are bright and responsive, with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability that's wired on the entry-level trim and wireless on higher ones. The integrated HVAC controls on the screens are permanent to try and make up for the lack of physical controls. The 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster is standard and can display Google Maps when needed. As for the Tucson, the in-cabin experience is where Hyundai applied its biggest changes. Almost nobody liked the Tucson's fussy touch-sensitive controls and general lack of physical buttons. Well, it seems like Hyundai has listened and implemented more user-friendly knobs and switches. This new setup is a big upgrade for ease of use and ergonomics and puts the experience inside the new CX-5 to shame. The dashboard has been redesigned, the corny wraparound chrome accents are gone in favor of a slimmer and more horizontal look with a 2-tier design. The new steering wheel adopts the brand's Morse code H motif. Tucked just behind it is the new twist-to-action shifter. The infotainment system has also been updated. It's now available with 2 12.3-inch displays under a single pane of glass. The interface itself has been revamped with faster processing speeds and better visuals, while wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now standard across the board. Add the newly available head-up display, the fingerprint scanner on the dash that can be used in place of a smart key, and the addition of over-the-air updates, and it all adds up to something the CX-5 can't even match in its highest trim. Here's the takeaway. While they both really have good interiors, the Tucson's usability really makes a great case for form and function over the new CX-5 just form over function. When it comes to passenger cargo space, the CX-5's wheelbase is 5 inches longer than the old model, allowing for even more space inside. The front occupants have plenty of room length and height-wise, but the second row is where this model really shines. Legroom is now amongst the best in its class with a very comfortable bench. As for cargo space, it's again bigger than the previous model. Behind the second row, you get a good 34 cubic feet, fold them flat, and you get a really good 67 cubic feet. As for Hyundai, the Tucson's front seats are slightly more comfortable with similar space to that in the CX-5. It's in the back, however, where it starts to really flex its muscles, with a massive 41.3 inches of legroom even with its shorter wheelbase. The comfy reclining rear seats, heated in limited form, makes the most of this stretched out space, which makes it genuinely comfortable for 4 adults. Cargo space is also impressive, with 5 cubes more than the CX-5 at 38.7 cubic feet. Fold the rear seats down and you get 74.8 cubic feet. As far as pricing goes, the Tucson SE starts at a reasonable $29,500, but the trim level to get is the SEL Premium at $33,800, and it comes standard with the new dual 12.3-inch displays, wireless charging, keyless entry, heated front seats, and adaptive cruise control with lane keep and assist. The hybrid powertrain adds $3,000 to any trim level. As for the CX-5, the 2.5S is cheaper and starts at $29,900, but the trim level to get is the mid-range preferred trim. It comes everything with the base and select trim models offer and adds 19-inch wheels, a power liftgate, a head-up display, heated steering and front seats, and 10-power adjustable driver's seat. The bigger 15.6 infotainment display is exclusive to the top trim Premium Plus at $39,000. As you can tell, both gas-only models cost about the same, so which one you end up choosing will mainly depend on style and how they drive. When it comes to on-road performance, the standard 187 horsepower 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine carries over to the new 2026 CX-5. Sadly, however, the more powerful turbo 2.5-liter is gone. There is also a CX-5 hybrid in the works that Mazda says will arrive in the 2027 model year. The first thing you notice when you hit the road is how quiet the CX-5 rides. At cruising speeds, the cabin is hushed and the ride feels reasonably sedate on most roads. Under acceleration, however, the 2.5 can get quite noisy. Ride quality, even on 19-inch wheels on low-profile rubber, is smooth and well composed on all but the roughest roads. It's great for everyday driving, with better-tuned steering that feels more direct and nicely weighted. The Tucson, on the other hand, also uses a similar 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline-4, producing 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. This engine simply doesn't have the guts to move it along, especially compared to the hybrid model, but once you're up to speed, it's fantastic on highways and city roads alike. There is enough give to the sidewalls on the 19-inch tires to take the shock out of bigger bumps, while the suspension's dampen is finely judged, smoothing out any unwanted nastiness. If you want to add even more refinement, however, then the hybrid with its combined 231 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque is the way to go. I mean, it's not going to pin your back to the seat, but it's the kind of push that you'll definitely appreciate when at a stoplight or highway on-ramp. In everyday driving, the precise steering, comfy ride, and confident handling elevate one of the Tucson hybrid's best features, its hushed interior when at cruising speed. When comparing it to the new CX-5, you are essentially choosing between refinement and driving pleasure. The CX-5 prioritizes an engaging drive, offering decent power and a well-composed ride, whereas the Tucson Hybrid especially offers a level of refinement and comfort that really puts it ahead of almost every other SUV in its segment. So which one should you choose? Well, if you want more than just a commuter, then the CX-5 with its direct steering and sportier suspension is the way to go for a more enjoyable drive. However, if you care more about refinement, then the Tucson, especially with the hybrid powertrain, is the better choice. It's quieter, comfier, and feels more expensive than it is.